Hello, gamers. Welcome to the Drawcast episode 2, take 2. The first take got corrupted, but go ahead. We got my cousin here, and me, of course. And go ahead and introduce yourself, fellow gamer.
I am gamer. I am Buster Face.
Yes, gamer.
That's about it.
That's it. All right, thanks for watching the podcast. Anyway, so I got a couple questions for you here, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, what kind of games do you stick to? Do you stick to like RPG or FPS or what kind of genre?
More to FPS.
More towards FPS. Well, God. We gotta. This is a unexpected one because of I gotta dig holes, 4 2-foot deep holes for my mom's porch swing tomorrow. So, yeah. Anyway, so how you been, bud? How's the family?
All right.
All right. So. How did you? So, what's the origin behind your profile picture right now? For those of you who don't know, for SoundCloud and YouTube, a fellow gamer, Megan, has drawn me and Casey some, or Buster Case, sorry, profile pictures. Now, technically, they weren't supposed to be for profile pictures, but we kind of just was like, "Fuck you," and just put them as our profile pictures. If you could see for this whole podcast, this picture that's on screen for the rest of this is and for the icon on SoundCloud is what she drew. Anyway, so do you tend what kind of games do you play? Do you play Roblox? What kind of something like that?
Mostly Roblox and Minecraft.
Yeah, I play like. For those of you who don't know, my Minecraft account got hacked, so no Minecraft videos. So, how do you? What'd you say? Could you repeat that?
So it was a sad day.
Sad never was sad. Anyway, I recently got you to get the game Brain Out. And Megan recently downloaded Counter-Strike Global Offensive, so tomorrow she said she wanted to play that. So, anyway.
That's epic.
Apparently you guys lied to her.
Hmm?
You guys apparently told her that it cost money.
No, we didn't.
And that's what she said you guys did.
I know.
Do you have anyone you would like to invite before we really get going?
Yeah, sure. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, alright, go on. Come on. Why not?
I just DM'd them.
Anyway, I want to start talking about Minecraft Thursdays. You remember that crap show?
Oh yeah.
Me and on the first take of this cast, me and Megan talked about it for like 20 minutes. Anyway, do you wanna tell us your point of view, what you did during it?
Well, okay. So we joined the server, and then it started lagging. So then we went to Hypixel. And then in Hypixel, we just did like a 4v4, and I won my team won everything. I should have 2 people.
Alright, you want to go ahead and bring them on?
Yeah.
Alright, go on ahead. Give me this fidget spinner. This is the one that goes in the
Wait.
See if it goes in the door. What did you say?
Wait, They're asking what's it about. Okay, so one of them fully agreed.
Just tell them that it's just a talk show. That we just talk about whatever. Oh God. Breaking my. See how this goes. Howdy. Give me a second here. How you been?
Good. Okay, can my 2 other friends join?
Yes.
Why not?
Add them.
Let's add. Don't answer that call. She's being weird.
Alright, here we go. We're gonna have like. How you doing, bud?
Okay, I have to check it out.
Hello?
Howdy.
There's so many people joining.
I know.
5.
Yeah, okay, so what's this podcast about?
Anything. Whatever is on y'all's mind. I really don't care what y'all talk about. It's whatever's on y'all's mind.
Okay, I think we should talk about some controversial topics.
Yeah.
Gamer. Y'all got anything, or are we just gonna stand around here?
Oh. Okay, I'll go first. What are your thoughts on abortion?
Abortion's literally just taking out a non-living object out of someone. That's literally all it is. I don't know why everyone's freaking out about it.
I agree with Homie over here. Because I don't really think, I feel like anybody should have, the option to get an abortion. It doesn't really matter because, it's their body. I don't think an old white man... Huh? Oh, sorry. I don't think an old white man should tell a person, a woman who has, has no clue, what it's like, you know? So...
Yeah.
Ned, Money is your opinion.
I think most people who claim to be pro-life aren't, they have conflicting views. For example, they'll be pro-life when it comes to abortion, but then they support the death penalty. So really, they're just pro-birth. And when it comes to pro-lifers that are men, they don't agree with my body, my choice. So you suggest, okay, get a vasectomy since they're reversible and it prevents unwanted pregnancies. And then they agree with the argument, my body, my choice. And it's just the entire controversial topic is so contradictory of either view, and it's just really frustrating.
Is it bad that I don't know half the things you said?
What'd you say?
Is it bad I don't know half the things you said?
No.
Big group. Okay, James, it's your turn.
What?
What are your thoughts on abortion?
It's not okay. It's killing a human being.
Simon, you know what? I'm not gonna say nothing.
Why then? What's your standpoint?
Have you guys heard? Did you guys hear about how what's his name? Freaking threatened to kill his wife with a 5.7?
I have not.
No.
I can't remember his name, but he pulled out a 5.7 on his wife because his wife wouldn't make him eggs or something like that. He was drunk or something.
She wouldn't make him what?
Wouldn't make him eggs.
You're joking. Would it make him eggs? Okay, I'm gonna kill you today because you didn't eat egg.
You didn't make my eggs scrambled.
Wait, James, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Are you against all abortion, or do you agree with if the mother's life is in danger, or if it's a rape victim?
But yeah, if the mother's life is in danger, then I feel like
what
it's
about
okay.
If a rape victim is pregnant?
Oh, that was not expected, but don't worry then.
I feel like they should still keep the baby, but they should just put it up for adoption.
Okay, wait, I have something to say. Oh,
sorry. I don't know if this is completely true, but did you hear about there was a rape victim who wanted an abortion, and it was overruled, so she wasn't allowed to, and then she ended up dying in childbirth.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I don't know if that's completely true, but that's what I heard.
That's messed up.
Wait, I have a question for James now. Okay, so going to what Bunny said about the whole like rape victim and stuff, but at the same time, like if you would put yourself in like the shoes of that person that got raped, would you really want to keep that like a reminder every single day that you got raped because you have to give birth to that baby?
Oh,
Or,
true.
or if you're the husband of the wife.
Right.
Oh,
You really,
right.
you really want to have like,
Oh my God, Buster's coming through with these.
Yeah.
Like, look at him. So yeah.
I'm getting like.
Yeah, that.
I got dropped from 5%.
Okay, what is there next to talk about?
What is y'all's views on sitting in a room playing video games all day? Also, I'll be right back, but y'all talk about that. What do you want to show me?
What did he say?
I've
Showing
seen
this.
you.
You could.
I think if you're
Well, I mean, I
younger
could-
and you don't have a lot of responsibilities, it's
really
completely fine. But
Wait, what was the question?
In front of you, turn it up.
That'd be great for my podcast.
I
He
can
said-
hear it.
I would
he asked, "What's your opinion on
just like set
sitting
it
around and
like
playing
right
video games
here.
all day?"
Yeah.
Oh. In my opinion, I just like what you were saying, Bunny. It's like if you're like a young kid, have nothing to do,
Look,
might as well
also
play
right
video
here.
games to stop being bored.
I'm
Because
muting
you know, if you go to your
3,
parents like saying, "Oh, I'm bored," they're gonna be like, "Okay, I don't care. Like, go be unbored somewhere else." You know.
I mean,
So
it
I feel
depends.
like
It's right here.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
no, go Buster, go.
I mean, it depends if it's their job.
Right, but I think it's important to still acknowledge your other responsibilities in life because,
You are right.
again, you can't work for like 18 hours a day. Like sometimes I play video games that long, but you still have to. Say if you have a family, you can't ignore them all day, or if you do have a different job, then you still have to go to that. And it's still important to take care of your body and make sure you're eating and drinking properly.
Hmm. But I also feel like at the same time it's not really a good idea either because we all know like the side effects of playing video games too long. Like your eyes can get bad, you become blind and shit. So like at the same time it's not good, but like if you're so bored, yeah, play it. And it's like fun to play and meet new people all around the world. But at the same time, it could also be scary because you could be involving yourself with bad people online too because the internet is a very crazy and scary place.
Right.
That was very inspirational. So I need to. So you said in basically progress to not sit in my room every day, staring at my screen, to actually go outside for at least 5 seconds a day. All right, noted.
Are you Australian?
No, I'm Southern. If that means anything to you?
I hear it.
Yeah, I hear it now.
So, what's your guys' opinion on racism?
On what?
Racist.
Oh
What?
boy.
Buster, you're not speaking. Like I can't.
He
hear
said,
you.
what do you think about a racism? That kind of stuff.
Disgusting.
Yeah, I don't.
am
If
disgusting.
you like would tell me you like like what? I don't fucking understand it. Nobody should fucking understand racism because at the end of the day, people are just hating people because of melatonin in their skin, and that's about it. And it fucking pisses me off how people are so prejudiced. What? Someone say something. How people are just so mean to people just because of the way they look at. I didn't say that right. Just the way how they look. Because it doesn't make sense to me. Like, oh, one race is better than the other just because of this and that. Like, I just think it's so fucking dumb. At the end of the day, if you really want to go there, we are all the same. Because if you cut, like, if you cut, like, each of us in half, you'll see red inside. Like, we might look different from the outside, but in the inside, we all look the fucking same. So I don't see why, like, skin color, like, is such a huge thing and, like, a part of, like, the world today. But, like, that's my little rant.
Yeah, and I think what's also really disappointing is that a lot of racism is overlooked and it's not really seen that well, like especially with a lot of minority cultures, like Asians, for example, they face a lot of racism in school and it gets normalized, like racist comments, and it's really sad. It's not seen the same way.
To me, racism basically just boils down to I don't like this color, so I'm gonna bombard it down as far as I can get it to, and then probably get arrested. Who knows?
You kind of cut out for that whole entire thing, but
It's fine. All I basically said was get arrested. That's all you need to know.
got you. So I don't think y'all heard like what happened to this black man. I forgot what state he was in, but his name is huh?
Was this recent? Like the video?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Sorry, go ahead.
Like he was murdered in February, but it just got like light now because he was just going on a run. But two white men, they literally tracked him and stalked him to murder him because they thought he was gonna rob a bank when he was literally going on for like his normal jog of the week. You know, so it's just like really sad. And they just got arrested. It took them over 2 months to arrest the people that murdered him, and it's insane to me. But yeah. Oh my god, I have a cape.
My cousin here just mentioned that they did do a 2.3 mile run for that guy because he was 23. So I mean, he just turned 23.
It's sad. Like, yeah.
And that's just one of the stories.
Mm-hmm.
Who's to really say how many didn't make the news and are still haven't
They're overlooked. Yeah.
GG, bro. GG. Come on, GG's. Bro, GG.
I wonder one thing I don't like you mentioned, like for example, like everyone, like not everyone, but like you mention a race and they say, "Oh, you're racist," just for mentioning that.
I think it's because people don't really understand.
GG's.
And
Sorry.
I think they like to point out that
Hey,
things are racist when they're not in order to diminish something that actually is racist. Like, kind of to mock pointing out and calling it out.
I just want to like cut in real quickly. In the backgrounds, we're talking about racism. I just hear GGs, so it's like you know, blacks will just GG bro. Yeah, GG did. Yeah.
Look at this. This dude's talking about my dog is a Minecraft character, and look at his profile.
Mate, your picture is
My Wait, James still here?
Yeah.
Oh.
And his is a Roblox character.
No, he. Oh shit.
Anyone else got any topics they want to mention?
Oh, someone's.
Walt said aliens earlier.
Yeah.
Okay,
I wanna
but
talk about
my opinion about aliens is that the universe and space is just too big for a single planet to sustain life. That's just what I just think. Like,
I agree with homie.
I heard something. I don't remember really what it was from, but they were describing the properties of what defines life. But
No, I
then
killed him.
she went into
I killed him.
what, like, who's to say that the properties of how we define life on Earth are the same as on another planet or somewhere else? And so, like, I agree with you of how the universe is too big.
Our galaxy, like just in our galaxy, I don't think we're the only like living things because it doesn't make sense. Like, you know what I mean? Everything is possible, not everything is possible though. So like, it's definitely possible, but at the same time, it's impossible. But I do think like, nah, like we aren't the only ones in here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I have another thing with aliens. Do you think like just like different like organisms in space are aliens, or do you think it's like actual like people?
Okay.
I don't.
Well, the definition. Oh, sorry.
I think it's unlikely that it would be people because, like, our evolution line is accustomed to our living environment, and I feel like it'd most likely be kind of like almost bacteria or something, just something different. But like I was saying, it could be something that's not even not even really anything on Earth like, at all.
Well, I mean, did you know that ladybugs can survive to the almost at the border of the atmosphere for about 30 minutes before dying because they can hold a bunch of oxygen despite being tiny?
An ant?
No, a ladybug. You can release. They released like 50 ladybugs during the border of the atmosphere, and then they were able to survive for at least 30 minutes before a single one died.
Also, the definition of like alien, I don't really think like they're these big green things and UFOs and shit. But like the definition of alien is just like something that's foreign, like to a country or nation. So like that's why most people are like, oh, if you're like from Canada and you move to America, like you're an alien, like to America. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So I don't really think it's like big green things
No,
up in the sky.
we all know that the government is just lizard people. So I mean, just saying.
Wait, so do any of you guys? What's your opinion on flat Earth?
It's not. I don't think we are flat.
Buster out
I'm
here
not
about
flat
to know
earther.
the most controversial out of all of us.
James, are you a flat earther?
No, I'm not stupid.
Okay.
I don't know. It's kind of suspicious.
What is?
I'm just kidding.
About to say, bruh, huh?
We've seen pictures from space.
I would be really surprised if like the Earth is actually flat.
Yeah, okay. Imagine a scenario where it is flat, and then they release that information to the public.
No, but if it was
Because that doesn't make sense to me. That what? Because the whole
Gravity doesn't work
rotation's
that way.
on like that's how we get our seasons and shit because it rotates in different like you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, but the Earth is maybe flat, but we already know that a giant turtle is holding the Earth up. So maybe it's the turtle turning upside down, which makes it, maybe gets our seasons. But as we know, Earth is also a donut, so it's a flat donut that circles around, and at the same time, it's also a sphere. So it's a flat donut sphere. It's just that simple, guys. I don't know where you guys are getting flat or round. Like, come on, guys.
It's definitely, Earth definitely looks like this image right here.
What image?
Okay.
Yes.
If that,
Definitely a cube. It's shown in Minecraft.
wait, you're about to get.
For those who don't know, she just sent a picture of an Earth that's a cube.
If the
So there
Earth
we go.
was a
For
cube, then
SoundCloud
on the
users
corners there'd be like
and YouTube users.
way less gravity than in the center. The square. Further you go out, the less gravity. there is. So,
What do you think about
So
Atlantis?
To say there's less gravity on mountains.
no, look. So the Earth has a big like ball in the middle of it, right? So
Core?
if the Earth was square, then it would be there would be less gravity on the corners of the square.
The center of the Earth is where the dinosaurs went. The asteroid created a giant hole, and they all fell in there, and then it closed up.
So if we just
So you're saying
mine,
there's still like things down there, the bones and stuff?
No, they're alive.
so if we get a bunch of diamond pickaxes, we can go down there and mine down there and see if there's a bunch of diamond. I mean, some,
Oh my god, give me one. But
Just be careful.
dude, I mean, we might hit bedrock actually, so the dinosaurs might be under bedrock. We just need to,
right.
we just need to switch to creative mode or spectator, one of the two.
Okay, what other topics to talk about?
Logic.
Can we get a bench?
A what?
Can we get a band in here? Can he get banned? Is that a thing?
A band.
A band. Look, my accent isn't that retarded, okay?
What is he saying?
Ban. As in
B-A-N.
banhammer.
Bed?
Ban.
Bam.
The brain will...
Yeah, homie got a thick accent.
What state are you from?
Wait, can I guess?
Me? You talking to this guy?
Don't. Yeah, but don't say your state yet. I want to guess what.
Missouri.
Uh-uh.
No.
I'll give you a hint.
Wait, tell me like a saying people from your state say.
We call soda
There's-
Coke.
No, there's the hint. There's the hint.
Second cousin.
Y'all roughed
Alabama.
Yes. But we're not the incest state, okay? That goes to Tennessee. About 40% of the population of Tennessee was born from cousins. So that actually should go to Tennessee. I'm actually kind of offended. I don't know why I'm offended, but I just am. Alright, don't judge me. I have a wife and family. Please help me.
I have a wife and family.
What's your opinion on religion?
Stop. No. That's TOS. We can't have that.
What's TOS mean?
Terms of service.
What?
Terms of service.
So what does it mean in this context?
Don't worry about it. Don't.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
We're not going to talk about religion, all right? Got it?
Okay, what's
I
your
know.
what's your opinion on the coronavirus?
It's just a cold just on Russian steroids, to me, to be honest.
It's fake.
Bruh. Oh God, I hope you're
I am. Well, do you know anyone who's gotten it?
No, there's like 20 people in our town now that
Yeah,
have it.
do you know any of them?
No.
Hey, all you guys, to not get the coronavirus, all you need to do is just go to a street that is not populated, like where I live. There's only like 14 houses.
Oh yeah, Jackson.
Yes, but there's like 14 houses, and if one of them gets sick, we're all like 14,000 feet apart from each other, so no one will get the coronavirus as long as no one walks right next to each other.
Coronavirus?
Yes, I call it the coronavirus. I have a hat, and I'm proud of this hat. You like my hat? I like my hat. What y'all's thoughts about Fortnite, or I also call it Abort Night, but what do y'all think about Fortnite?
Think about Fortnite?
Yes.
I mean, it's another video game where 12-year-olds go like have fun and shit.
But not only 12-year-olds.
But you play it?
No.
Oh, damn it. That was gonna be a point.
My cousin's playing it right now.
How old's your brother?
Said cousins.
Is he 12?
No. I don't think so.
Help me. Give me a second. I gotta beat this kid. Why don't you freaking help me, fat Greek?
What's your opinion on Minecraft?
She's horrible.
Yeah, it has a lot of uses. People can use it to teach.
I know Minecraft has like an educational thing now for like elementary people.
Minecraft
Yeah.
Education Edition.
One thing I do wish that Minecraft had was like an overall playtime counter.
It did back in the back when it had the old launcher before the new one. There was a thing where you could check playtime.
Yeah, mine got. I don't have the old launcher anymore.
No, they got rid of it
Why would they do that?
because no one ever used it besides me. That's how I know the exact time. Plus, that time I sent in the chat was like 2 years ago anyway.
Damn.
What are you doing? Why are you grabbing? Those headphones don't work. Look at the jack at the end.
How many hours do you guys think you'd have if?
Well, I've been playing it for 6 years, so
I think I'd have
Like,
about 2,000.
good over 2,000.
Yeah, over
Yeah.
2,000 for me too.
I mean, but I'd be playing up late sometimes, like playing for 10 hours.
I'd say probably around like 10,000.
I forgot that was even the number. I really want to check it, though.
Yeah, same. That should be like 5.
Oh my god.
Am I the only one looking up how to figure it out?
You can't. I was looking up like the other day. It only says like for individual servers.
I mean, if you combine all of that together.
Yeah, but like, how are you gonna know every server that you play?
How do you get? Wait, this. How do you get to the game menu?
Escape.
No, but it says game menu, then statistics, then time played.
Yeah, you press escape, and then it's. But it's on like if you go into a single player world, you can find it easily.
Or is that going through your controls? Like,
Yeah. But like also all the worlds that you've deleted too.
Oh my god. All the worlds I got accidentally deleted and you just cried for hours. Same, bro.
Or like servers you can't log on to anymore.
You're right.
Do y'all remember the 360 days when you could just join a random person's world?
The what?
Back in the 360 days of Minecraft, you could join a random person's world. Like they didn't even set it. Like there was not a setting you could choose where people could do it. You were just forced. So people could just randomly join your game out of nowhere. So say you'd be building something you've been spending 14 weeks on, and some guy could just join and blow it all up and leave.
That's rough.
We got anything else?
What's your opinion on memes?
They're great. That's all that needs to be said.
Do you think there were memes before the internet?
Yes.
Yeah. I would have loved how those things would have worked.
Wait. You know how
Zane.
all the time people like that are older, like back in my day, we had to walk 50 miles. They're like back in my day, we had to write memes on paper.
Yeah.
It's already 10 o'clock. I just have to do calculus.
Zane.
Okay, I'm gonna go lay down for a bit.
Bye, bro.
Bye bye.
No. It's JJ. It's JJ.
James, are you still there?
Yeah.
What's happening with the server?
Do not kick me.
I shut it down. It's back up right now.
Okay.
It's JJ.
How do you change that thing on top, though?
Hello. Sorry if you hear my cousin talking to his gay friends on Fortnite in the background.
What'd you say?
Sorry if you hear my cousin talking to his gay friends in the background. He's playing a Fortnite.
Yeah. How far up do these barrier blocks go?
Well, I think that's it. I think that's all we got, right?
I think.
It's your last chance. You got anything else?
I don't think there's anything more.
Well, that was a good one. Controversial one, but that was a good one.
I wish it could have been longer. I just didn't want to get too controversial.
Alright, talk about whatever y'all want. That's the whole point of this. I mean,
What else is there to talk about?
Build the wall.
yes.
Definitely not.
We need to keep the communists from moving in and taking over the world.
What?
What's your opinion on rip rolling people?
It's awesome and it needs to stay a thing and it never needs to die.
Oh my god.
Wait, I got a genius idea.
Okay, what is it?
When just the main.
What?
So
Why am I getting 91 FPS?
Well, thank y'all for being here. Oh, I guess this is it.
Hi, thanks for inviting me.
No problem. Y'all got anything else? You want to say
I don't
anything
think
before we
so.
end it?
Hope we can do this again.
Most likely. What?
shit.
Why do I have to wait? Are you gonna Rick roll me again? Is that what you're gonna do?
We're strangers to love you know the rules, and so do I. A full commitment to what I'm thinking of you. Wouldn't get this from any other guy.
Yeah, he's muted. Yeah, he's gone. Don't worry about him again. Alright, thank y'all for
Did you
coming.
do the whole song?
Yes, he did, and I muted him. Thank y'all for coming. If y'all want to do this,
Why'd you do the whole song?
thank y'all for coming. If y'all
Okay,
want
bye.
to, alright, well, see ya, I guess. That was fun. Episode 3 might be a thing. Depends if y'all want it. Please don't shoot that again. Goodbye.